Hey, today I want to make the case why I think it is the worst time in history to be sitting in cash and what you can do about it right now. If you got cash in the bank, you got cash in savings, you got cash, buried in the ground, you need to get it out, you need to get it working. I want to show you exactly what you need to be doing and why you need to be doing it in this video. Let's roll. Hey, what's up? My name is Ellis, full-time real estate entrepreneur and investor. And listen, if you haven't heard, the government's been printing a lot of money since 2020. COVID-19, the stimulus bill, right? You've heard of quantitative easing and them just printing a lot of money. In fact, they have printed more than 40% of our money supply, literally since 2020. I mean, that is a total of $29 trillion. So let me break that down for you. That means if you have a $5 bill, right, before 2020, two of those dollars did not exist. So why I'm making the argument that I think this is the worst time, maybe ever, to be sitting in cash is for two reasons. One is because you're losing money. Like keeping your money in cash, as inflation goes up, as they print more money, the value of the dollar is going down. Okay? The second reason, though, is really what I want to get into today, is because there's so much capital in the market right now. There's so much supply of capital. And we've seen asset prices in Bitcoin and real estate and home prices absolutely skyrocket. Why? Because there's so much capital forcing these assets up. Just my argument is you don't want to be in cash. You want to get your money into assets that are appreciating, that are going up. And I want to talk about now, what do I think are some of the best assets that you want to get money out of cash, get it out of savings, and put it in something so that you can take advantage of, I think, one of the hottest markets, one of the fastest appreciating markets in history, and I think we still have a long ways to go. So the three asset classes I'm really looking at in 2021 and even in 2022 and 2023 even is three. There's cryptocurrency. Clearly there's no doubt that cryptocurrency is not a trend. This is here to stay. The blockchain is here to stay and is going to disrupt every industry that we know. There's a lot of coins out there. I'm not a big fan of just kind of putting a bunch of money into different coins. I personally just dollar cost average the two big ones, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those clearly have the most momentum, the most users, and the most volume. And so I think dollar cost averaging Ethereum and Bitcoin, I think today Bitcoin is around $61,000. If you continue just a dollar cost average, meaning you're buying every day or every week or every month and playing the long-term game, it's going to be really hard to lose that way. Number two, of course, is real estate. As there's more money supply into the market, as inflation goes up, real estate is a great asset to protect from inflation. Why? Because if you're on an asset, you have fixed debt, meaning your payments are staying the same, but your operating income or your NOI goes up because inflation goes up, or let's just say demand goes up, because look at the migration trends happening all across the country, in Texas, in Florida, in the South states, right? All these people moving to these markets. What is that going to do? It's going to drive demand up, which is going to drive prices up. And so having your cash into real estate, and especially into great markets, places in Texas, in Florida, in the Carolinas. San Diego right here is another fantastic market as well, where we're seeing a lot of that. And so I think real estate is an incredible space. Rental real estate, where people are paying you to live or to rent, is an incredible asset. And then lastly, disruptive companies. I mean, I think, look at Tesla and what Tesla has done over the last 2 years, and coming into the car space and the EV space, and now into insurance and solar. That's what I mean by disruptive companies. Twitter, I think, is another disruptive company. I know that might sound odd, but I think they've really backed and owned this crypto space in the way that we're going to be able to trade and transfer money over the next several years. I think they're going to be one of the front leaders in that. And there's so many there's so many old industries now that with new technology and the blockchain is going to absolutely transform and disrupt different industries. And so keep your eye out for those. And just again, dollar cost average. But I do think one of the worst things right now is just to be sitting in cash and waiting for some type of dip or whatever. There's a lot of money to be made in this season. So make sure you think wealthy. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Let me know below what you are investing in 2021 and into 2022. Think wealthy. Cheers.